Welcome back to Stock Talk. Hey, if you enjoy what we do here, please take a moment to subscribe. It really helps us out. Today, we're doing a deep dive into Micron Technology. That's NASDAQ symbol MU. We're unpacking a strategic investment report, actually from stocktelescope.com, looking at why they see Micron leading this AI memory revolution.
And right off the bat, a really crucial heads up here. This discussion is purely for informational purposes. We're distilling an existing analysis, okay? It is absolutely not investment advice. All investments carry risk, so please always do your own thorough research.
Absolutely essential. Okay, so let's get into it. The core investment thesis here, it positions Micron as a really compelling AI infrastructure play. And interestingly, the report argues it's at an attractive cyclical entry point right now.
Right. What's particularly fascinating is the focus on Micron's, well, dominance, really, in high bandwidth memory HBM, that super fast RAM stacked right next to the processor. It's critical for these huge AI models. The analysis sees Micron as maybe the primary beneficiary of this massive AI transformation we're seeing, like multi-trillion-dollar scale.
And the report's stance is, well, it's very clear, a strong buy recommendation. They're putting a 12 to 18-month price target out there of $160 to $180. That's quite a jump from current levels.
It is, yeah. And they back it up with some pretty impressive numbers. Micron just posted record Q3 2025 revenue, $9.3 billion. That's up, what, 37% year over year?
Wow.
And specifically on the AI front, HBM revenue broke $1 billion for the first time. It grew 50% just from the previous quarter. 50%.
That's incredible sequential growth.
It really is. And get this, the report mentions all their HBM capacity, sold out, through all of calendar 2025.
Sold out already. That speaks volumes about the demand, doesn't it?
Exactly. Insatiable demand right now.
Okay, so let's dig into HBM itself. The report calls it the AI infrastructure gold mine. Why? I mean, projecting growth from $4 billion in 2023 to over $100 billion by 2030. That's just explosive.
It is, and Micron seems well-positioned to capture a big slice of that pie.
Yeah.
First off, they're qualified for NVIDIA's Blackwell architecture.
Yeah.
The next big thing in AI chips. That's key.
A huge validation.
Definitely. Plus, their current HBM3E product, the 12-layer version, it uses 30% less power than competitors. In power-hungry data centers, that's a massive advantage.
Efficiency is everything there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they're not standing still. They're already shipping HBM4 samples out, targeting production for 2026. So they're looking ahead.
And there's a broader strategic point too, right? Micron being the only major U.S.-based memory maker.
That's right. And it ties into them securing $6.4 billion in GPS Act funding. That government support is a significant tailwind for domestic production.
Okay, strong tech, huge demand, strategic position. How did the financials stack up underneath all that?
Pretty solid, actually. Operationally, it looks strong. 39% non-GAAP gross margins in Q3. For memory, which can be pretty cyclical, that's impressive. It shows pricing power, good product mix.
And cash flow.
Robust. $4.61 billion in operating cash flow for the quarter. Healthy.
So let's connect that to the valuation. The report flags the current forward PE ratio at 12.7x, which, as they point out, is, well, quite a bit below its historical average of around 19x.
Exactly. And that's kind of the crux of the valuation argument. The idea is the market still sees Micron partly through that old lens, the cyclical commodity memory maker.
Right.
But the argument is it's fundamentally transforming into a strategic AI infrastructure provider, essential tech. So that lower PE, maybe it doesn't reflect this new reality yet.
Which leads back to that $160, $180 target.
Yeah.
They see a 25–40% upside potential over the next year, year and a half.
Yeah, driven by these improving fundamentals and potentially the market just re-rating the stock, seeing it in this new AI light.
Okay, so wrapping this up. This analysis clearly paints Micron as, well, strategically positioned for this AI era. Strong HBM leadership, solid financials, and maybe an undervalued stock.
It definitely makes a strong case. And it brings up a really interesting question, something for you listening to think about. How might this sustained structural demand for AI memory, this HBM gold mine, actually change the game for the whole semiconductor industry? Could it fundamentally alter that historical boom and bust cycle we've always associated with memory chips?
That's a fascinating question. So, reflecting on this deep dive, what aspects really stand out to you? And how might these insights shape your view of the tech landscape going forward?
And one final reminder from us, this was just a breakdown of one specific market analysis. Always conduct your own due diligence before making any investment decisions.